Hi, I'm a ninth grader right now. As of writing this, I'm almost done with my midterm exams, and I thought it would be a great time to talk about school. I am not a teacher, obviously, and I am certainly no expert on schooling, but for those of you that have graduated, it may be nice to hear what it's like now. And if there are any teachers watching this, maybe take notes. Also, side note, I'm Canadian. If what I say doesn't reflect experiences in America or anywhere else, that's why. So the first thing I would like to talk about is the environment. Obviously, everywhere is going to be different because not everybody goes to the same school, but I think there are a couple general things that most high school kids experience. I want to start with teaching styles. You might have remembered being lectured in social studies or math or whatever and not knowing what the hell the teacher's talking about, and that's a small issue for me. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a visual learner, but despite my channel name, I can't work well with theoreticals. If you teach me a formula, give me a step-by-step example so I can understand better. Fortunately, my semester 1 math teacher is the greatest, so that wasn't much of a concern. Also, the whole thing about oversized classrooms is true. I don't know if it's more or less of a problem in the US, but here where I am, my elementary school classes had up to maybe 31 people. And that's an issue because that is way too many. I think 20 is my approximate maximum from a single classroom. Fortunately, the number seems to drop in high school. Still above my personal maximum, though. Next thing I want to touch on is what's being taught, and I hate to sound like I know better, so I'll try not to act like I could run schools better than the school board can. Alright, let's break it down one problem at a time. First off, I think the school isn't being strict enough about things. I don't know, again, I don't know if this applies everywhere, but one thing that I hate is that feel like they're never harsh enough. And kids abuse that and end up slacking off and ruining their futures because of it. An analogy I've always liked gives this sort of a simpler meaning. Uh, Imagine you have a gate. If you leave the gate open, even a crack, someone will throw it wide open. Now your gate is worthless. But if you shut the gate and let no one in, only a few people will sneak in. If you are lenient with your rules, people will abuse it and your rules are negligible. If you are strict with your rules, then there will be a lot less leniency and the rule is enforced. The next thing I want to talk about is something that I don't know enough about yet, so I'll keep it brief. Why is finance not taught sooner? Why couldn't it be compulsory? Is a problem with everybody? Because I have heard nothing about finance aside from passing remarks from my gym teacher, because my gym teacher is also great. Learning about money is going to be an important thing to do, so why leave it to be optional later on? I get that the maths and sciences need to be taught to prepare kids that need them as prerequisites, but money is huge in this society. And finally, I'd just like to thank anybody that watched this. It's not exactly long, and I think it's barely an essay, but it didn't waste your time as much as other video essays would have. The script only took maybe 15 minutes to make, the video maybe 30, and I plan to do this for each and every grade. Ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th. Maybe I'll even make a university one if I go. Who knows if this channel even exists then. Anyway, maybe like the video or suggest it to a friend. That might be cool, but I don't control your life. Goodbye.